Good morning, YouTube. I thought I'd start by putting a screenshot of my Fitbit sleep because I was delighted with that. That is the best night's sleep I've had for probably the second half of the prep. This is what we're looking like this morning, one day out from the show. Certainly a bit drier now, and today's all about just relaxing and drying out. Very early start to the day today, but that's absolutely fine because I aim to be in bed early because it's another early start tomorrow. This is my coach's feedback, and these are diet instructions for today, plus a picture of some of the steak I'll be eating. Little side note, but I've put my blood pressure on the screen. This is pretty much how it's sat the whole of prep. Good morning, we're making meal one now. I've got a steak in here resting, so we're getting 30 grams of protein from steak. Got 3 rice cakes, and we're adding 14 grams of fat from almond butter, so that works out about 28 grams. Now, I just want to talk to you about weighing nut butters. The best way to do it is to put it on a scale and set the scale to 0. Then as you take the nut butter out of the container, it will say minus the amount of grams you're taking out. Now what I see a lot of guys do is they'll say, oh, I need 20 grams of peanut butter, so I'll go put a plate on the scale, I put 20 grams on the plate, and then they've got a knife that's nicely covered in peanut butter, and that knife might have another 10 grams on it, and they'll lick it off. So don't do that. You know, if you take out what you need from here, so I've just taken out 7 grams, and that's 7 grams including what's on the knife. So if I want to lick the knife, I know I can do it guilt free. So 7 grams, we need 28 in total. And you know, like if your plan says have 28 grams of nut butter, have 28 grams of nut butter, otherwise you're not sticking to your plan. I'm looking forward to this meal because, like I say in my earlier videos, I haven't had any fat in my diet since the 1st of May, and you know, going low carb, no carb, 0 carb, like that's difficult, that's rough. You know, you haven't got much energy, but there's no essential carbohydrates when you go 0 fat. Honestly, you have to do it to understand just how rough it actually does make you feel. So here we go. And rice cakes now, 28 grams. I can lick this knife guilt free. Steak should be finished resting now. A little bit less than yesterday, we're having less protein today. I'm not questioning the logic of my coach, but I think that's probably just to keep my digestion going nicely and just keep my waist looking good, you know. So next thing, salt all meals normally, so I always do a 1/4 teaspoon. I grind my salt up ahead of time. A little bit on the steak. Gotta have some on the nut butter. Yeah. Don't be afraid to salt your foods, just keep your salt consistent. So I'm going to get us a steak knife, get us a fork, and it's pretty hard to do standing up. Yeah, at this stage in the game, that's a solid 10 out of 10. Now, usual health supplements this meal, and we are on absolute rations of water. We've been doing 7 litres of water a day. Now today I think we're down to something like 1.3 to water deplete and dry out. So it's basically meals 1, 2 and 3. I've got one of these, and then it goes down by 4 fluid ounces for the other meals. So I'm just waiting for the family to get up because they're just doing what normal people are doing and staying in bed early on a Saturday morning. So just watching a bit of Futurama, enjoying my steak. Got my feet elevated as much as possible today, trying to stay relaxed. Yeah, I know someone's going to go, you shouldn't eat like that because your food's not going to digest properly in this study. Don't cry. I'm just enjoying my day. I'm doing what I need to do to relax and go in tomorrow as fresh as possible because I actually want to enjoy the day tomorrow and I want to be in a good mood. So, gonna have a nice day today.
I'm watching The Jungle Book with Daddy, and I'm laying with him to make sure that he relaxes for his competition tomorrow, because I think it's very good and important to him.
Yeah, Paul's told me to keep my feet elevated today and just stay in the chair as much as possible. So that doesn't come natural to me. So I've got plenty of people around me today making sure I do just exactly that, haven't I? Give me a fist bump. Obviously, in true dad style, I fell asleep during the film.
Morning. Just been to the gym. It's whatever time it is. It is. Turn the car on. 9:26. I think I got there about 8:30. So yeah, about an hour. Been very productive. It's very warm today, and I've definitely worked up a sweat today. That's why I look like this. I haven't done any makeup today. I'm gonna go home, get showered, and actually make myself look a bit more presentable for the day ahead. It's a day of baking now, because Dwayne can't move today. And I went to the gym on my own because he can't move today. Yesterday was his last day of training, so yeah, I went on my own today. I mean, I go on my own quite a lot, but generally on Saturdays we go together, so this was a bit different, going on my own, but I just thought I'd get it done and out the way, and then then I've got the rest of the day to, well, I say chill, but I've got to bake because Dwayne wants all of these goodies for after his show. Anyway, right, I'm going to drive home and turn the car on because it's bloody hot, and I need the aircon on. So see what the day holds.
Okay, so we're making meal 2. Steak's just resting in the foil. We're weighing out the almond butter in the correct way, as discussed earlier. Lovely. Can't believe I'm eating steak 5 times today, and I've got a bit more of an expensive one from Marks and Spencer's to have the last meal, so that'll be a nice treat to look forward to. It's about 10 o'clock now, so it's just gone 10, so doing meals every 3 hours. Tan, well, pre-tan is at 5:15, I believe. So go and get that done, then that should work out perfectly with meal timings today. Right, so we got, I can leave that easy. Like that. Put that away. Get my water rations. I'll tell you what, hunger on prep is one thing, but when the thirst starts creeping in, that's something else. You're just not prepared for that. Like, you go from having 7 litres of water to 1.3 litres, which is, to be honest, probably what most normal people have in a day, which just isn't enough. Certainly not recommended 2.5 litres. I'll get my steak on there, but yeah, I'm really feeling the thirst, but the weight's dropping nicely throughout the day. Sort everything up. I seem to be drying up as the day's going along. I'm just seeing more definition in my legs, which is good because I always hold water in my legs, which has been a concern throughout the whole of the prep. Right, so we've got water rations, I've got a steak knife, fork, no latte spoon with this one, unfortunately. Feel lost without it, of course. And we'll give you a little bit of a taste test. Oh yeah, I've cooked that much better. Almond butter now. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Nice and pink. Right, so meal 3 going down, same as every other meal today. Absolutely loving life, and got a friend Chloe come round. She's charged with babysitting me and making sure I don't get out of my chair because Robin's baking all my baked goods tomorrow.
I am.
As per my request, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
So the kids gone to the shops for me, and I've got no company, and I'm just one of those people that can't sit still, so yeah. I've been checking in with Paul after every meal, and these were the check-in pictures after meal 4 just before I went to get my tan. As you can see, I'm drying out nicely. Tango and Death Face. Yeah, we made it this far. I've got my base tan on. Well, somewhere between orange and mahogany. And yeah, so we're going to go home, a bit more food, one more meal, a few more little bits and pieces to take care of, and I'm going to try my best and not get too excited and sleep. And I'm not going to lie, This tan feels a bit sticky, so might be a little bit uncomfortable to sleep in. Alright, my little setup for the evening. Got the fan on me, and I'm putting these disposable bed mats all over my favourite seat on the sofa so that doesn't get tangoed like I am. Just approaching the last meal of the day, and I've got this steak from Marks and Spencer's. Now, for those of you that don't live in the UK, if you shop at Marks and Spencer's, you've got a few quid. So, looking forward to this. It's out of date, but it's been in the freezer, so all good. Right, so last meal going down. My special Marks and Spencer's steak. Bit less water in this meal, only 8 ounces rather than 12, so proper rations now. Aristocats on the telly, and you guys have got bolognese.
A homemade veggie bolognese as well.
Yeah, because Annalise is vegetarian, so you guys eat vegetarian quite a bit. And yeah, I'm going to tuck into this now, and there'll be one final update. Well, it'd be rude not to give you a taste test for the posh steak. Dip it in a bit of salt and almond butter, because it's all we can do. That is divine. So this is the end of the day. Last meal's down. We're going to watch the rest of the Aristocats together and just unwind, try and get an early night. Now, I never thought I'd say this, but on my plan, it says, Dwayne, have 6 ounces of wine or a shot of vodka before you go to bed. But obviously, it's a diuretic. It does help you dry out, and it does make you more relaxed and vascular on stage. So that's what the plan says. That's what we're going to do, and the plan must be stuck to. So got my 6 ounces of Cote Sterone, which I was gifted by a client at work, which I've never got around to drinking. So just want to thank these guys for being here throughout my journey. So cheers, everyone.
Cheers. And our water.
And that's the first drop of alcohol I've had since like the end of 2022 for me.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember. Such a long time ago.
So, ending it there, we will see you at the show tomorrow. Remember to subscribe.